when you need it most.
You're not going to want to miss this. Megan Fox talking about porn in the library. But we're getting a text already about the issue. We are addicted to government. Oh, no. Here's the one. Regarding porn in the library, just have everyone that tries downloading porn in the library be redirected to healthcare.gov. They will see nothing. The Amish texter. Amish, you're awesome. And now we have Megan Fox talking about porn in the library. Good morning, Megan.
Hi, John. Hi, Lauren. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks for coming on the show.
What the heck's going on in Orland Park, where a lot of my homies from the southwest side have moved? What
happened? Well, I would like to know what's going on over there, but they keep trying to cover it up and deflect and dismiss and everything else. So it's not really about what I saw, because I did see someone witnessing or viewing porn, but it's not what I saw. That was the spark that led to the burning inferno that I find myself in now, because that got me thinking and investigating to find out how bad this problem really is. And what I found was, and now there's a whistleblower out there, a former employee who's written a blog about her experiences with porn that back up what I'm saying. Her name is Linda Zeck, and she ran for the board the last time, actually, and lost.
Orland Park is also the home of Brad O'Halloran, who was famous on the RTA board, right? Isn't he from Orland Park?
I'm not familiar with him.
Okay.
All right, so what did you find?
I found police reports of sex acts in the library, sex crimes like public masturbation and indecent exposure, and then I got FOIA reports from the library in their own internal documents that showed 5 unreported incidences of these things happening that did not get to police, including a viewing of child pornography and 3 counts of public masturbation, where librarians chose not to call the police.
What did they do?
Well,
how did they cover it up?
In one case, they told the person doing it, if you do that again, we're going to ask you to leave. And in the other case, they moved the woman who complained to a different computer. It's hard to believe, but this is in their own writing.
Now,
don't they check? They check IDs and they keep monitoring this, or they say they do, but they don't.
They say that now, but they did not do that. And Linda Zeck, she backed me up on that also. For the last several years, they have not asked for library cards or IDs in that adult computer lab, and they wipe clean the histories every night at midnight so that police are thwarted if they ever need to investigate who's been doing what on those computers.
Well, I'm looking at a story in the Tribune this week by Taylor Anderson, November 11th. Orland Park Library reviewing porn policy. Orland Park now checking IDs of computer users, but says web content is protected.
No, it's not.
Pardon me?
It's not protected by the First Amendment, not in a public library. It is protected in your home, of course. You have the right to view pornography however much you want to in your house on your own computer that you pay for. But the Supreme Court in 2003 said that it is not a violation of patron rights or First Amendment to put filters on computers to filter out porn. And I also want to say that right now on an unfiltered computer, you can access any kind of illegal porn that supports sex traffickers and the rape of women. And there's no way to tell what kind of pornography you're watching. Why should the public have to pay for that? Why should we support these criminals?
Well, I don't know if it's a crime, but I'll tell you this, it's distasteful. And I think that there are government agencies. There was one involved in Chicago involved in a with massive transport. They moved people across the city on let's call it rail and buses. And they had a porn scandal in which some people were in there hitting whatever those numbers are, and getting on the porn sites.
Well, you also don't have like a universal policy in the libraries. I mean, each library decides sort of its own policy in terms of, what they allow and what they don't allow. I have a question, though. Right. I have a question, though, Megan. When in this particular area in your library, is this where kids are walking by?
It's on the same floor as the teen area that has teen books and study rooms, and yes, teenagers have to walk past it. And they also have to share the same bathrooms as men who are becoming sexually aroused looking at pornography do. And in Linda Zeck's account of of it, the people who come in are regulars, they know who they are, and they sit and watch porn, and it's almost an everyday occurrence.
I'll tell you, my kids are teenagers now, big, strong guys, but when they were little, you know, I don't know what the policy was in the town I live in, but I didn't, you know, if there were people, adults watching pornography in the library that I'm paying my taxes for, I would not, and they said, Dad or Mom, we're going to the library, we're riding our bikes, you know what I mean, kids on a Saturday morning.
Right, you'd think twice about it.
Would you let your kids go to a library where there's people getting aroused on violent porn sites or even any porn sites?
No, it's terrible. And not only that, I would like to highlight how the library has handled this issue. As a mother, I brought a letter of concern to them on October 5th. And 3 days after that, no one ever contacted me, by the way. They didn't call me. They didn't reach out to me and say, how can we help you with your concern? What they did do, however, was send an email to the police chief of Orland Park detailing YouTube videos from my YouTube account from 3 years ago that they considered concerning because I wrote a song for the Tea Party about Second Amendment gun rights. That's what they chose to do. They chose to attack me and have me investigated, and they chose to call the police on me when I was handing out flyers on the public property, exercising my First Amendment rights. They chose to call the police on me doing that, but they did not choose to call the police on people who were reported to have been publicly masturbating and viewing child porn. There is a problem with that.
Have you spoken to the police about this in terms of different reports that have been filed?
I have FOIA'd the police responses, and the police response has been wonderful. I'm very, very happy with Orland Park Police. They know the law, and they have told the library 2 times that it is my First Amendment right to sing a song about the Second Amendment, and it is my First Amendment right to stand outside the library and hand out flyers. I don't know why the library needs to be reminded. They seem to be constitutional scholars. If you ask them about porn, they think it's a porn in public. They think is a First Amendment right, but they don't actually understand free speech.
Well, thank you very much. Megan Fox will be monitoring this at a distance. And
for sure.
Good luck, okay?
Thanks, Megan.
Thanks, Megan.